Hey guys, it's been a while since I did my own thing. Usually I'm interviewing somebody or doing the news with my friend Justin, but I've been thinking about this idea that I wanted to speak about. And you'll have to excuse the audio because I'm using the computer's audio because my microphone is no good. I have to buy a new microphone and I will have a new one probably by the end of this weekend. And not for nothing, guys. Please subscribe, hit that like button. When you hit the like button, it really helps. Hit subscribe, share, and enjoy the content because I am putting out a ton of content. Anyway, so the topic is the good guy getting left behind. So, or the good man is the good man getting left behind. Now, first, I'd like to define what a good man is. Okay, there's a naive man and then there's a good man. All right, these are two different animals completely. All right, when you meet a naive man, the person usually says, "Oh, he's a nice guy. He's so nice. What a really nice guy." A naive man doesn't have much of a backbone. He usually pedestalizes his girlfriend or wife or so on and so forth. He's usually very easily manipulated, easily controlled. His girlfriend or his wife or whomever can pretty much do whatever she wants. He comes with no standards. He has no standards for his girlfriend or his wife. He lets her do whatever she wants. And usually the naive man is targeted from a woman that wants a guy like that because he's not going to check her. He's not going to make her stop acting the way she acts. She's going to have social media and she's going to be able to put seductive pictures on her page, for example, without any consequences. She's going to be able to dress the way she wants to dress when she goes out with her girlfriends. She's going to be able to have ladies' night at the club, and she is going to be able to go away with her girlfriends to Miami and Las Vegas and so on and so forth. And he's basically just a prop, if you will, right? He's going to say, "Oh yeah, look, I have a boyfriend. Look," and when it's time for the boyfriend to do the boyfriend thing, she picks him up off the wall, if that makes sense. Like, "Oh, time to go to wedding, boyfriend. Okay, got him, right? Christmas time, boyfriend, got him. Going out in couples, boyfriend, got him." But he doesn't provide anything else but that. A good man has masculine traits that can establish a solid, good, responsible, balanced relationship, long-term relationship in a marriage. A good man is the one you want to raise your children. So what's a good man? A good man has a backbone. He's very confident. He leads. He has standards. He says, or he realizes that he does not want a woman that dresses seductively without him, that has social media where she is just posting sexy pictures up and nothing else, that she goes out with ladies' night, that she goes away on weekends. He doesn't want that. He wants a woman who has some sort of traditional values, which is getting very hard to find. All right. Ladies, here's how you know you have a good man. And I believe all women already know the difference between a naive man and a good man. They just don't want to admit it. When a good man wants you or is interested in you, he's going to approach you. He's going to have confidence. He's going to approach you. He's going to speak to you. He's going to break the ice confidently. He's going to lead the conversation. And he's going to ask to go out. He's going to ask for your phone number. Now, here's the thing. Today, the majority of people meet online. Okay, it's 2022. There's all dating sites. There's Instagram. But still, that man is going to make the initiative. He's going to initiate the conversation. He's going to say, "Hey, why don't we speak on the phone?" And you're going to talk on the phone. And then he's going to say, "Why don't we go out Saturday night?" And he's going to make the plans. And he's going to say, "I made reservations at this restaurant." And he's going to pick you up. And he's going to pay for everything. Okay? What he's doing immediately is he's stamping his masculinity. He's saying, "I'm leading, and I am a leader, and I'm leading a relationship." Okay? In that case, a woman has no choice but to take the submissive role, let him lead, and she takes the submissive role. He's going to make the plans. He's going to pick her up. He's going to pay for everything. so on and so forth. He's going to lead. I think my opinion, my personal opinion from my experience is women are torn. I think they like this kind of guy, but they've been socialized and they've been raised to be dominant. And so they're like, oh, I like that kind of guy, but I don't want, I should be in the leader's role, right? And I think they're torn. I think when they get that guy, they kind of don't know how to act. All right. So is the good man getting left behind? Yes, but for several reasons. Number one, the majority of good men in the world need a good man to raise him and show him what it's like to be a good man, what it's like to be a responsible human being that is accountable, but also can protect himself, protect his loved ones, and goes out of his way to do it. Problem is, there's about 50% divorce rate in this country. It's dropped a little bit, and that's only because people aren't getting as married as much. But let's just, for argument's sake, it's 50% divorce rate. So 90 to 95% of the time, when a couple gets divorced, the children go with the mom. The children don't really go with the dad. He's there with the dad like every other weekend. So you really can't be a good dad if you only have your kids every other weekend. He loses his house and he loses his money because he's got to pay child support and alimony, so on and so forth. Now that's 90, 95% of the time. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule. So you have 50% divorce rate, and then you have 40% of children that are born out of wedlock. Then you have 70% of teachers that are women. So the majority of young men are being raised by women today, okay? So they don't have good role models. So the amount of good men is dwindling greatly, okay? And it's sad. It's very, very sad. And I see it. I see it all the time. You know, I see men, young boys that are more naive, or even guys, friends that are naive. They're not good men, they're naive. And they're nice guys to hang out with, but you kind of don't respect them because they don't stand up for themselves, or they make excuses. You know, it's kind of pitiful. The other reason why the good man is getting left behind is the women. They don't want them. So what's happening in this country now is the younger generation. Okay, I'm not talking about my generation. I'm talking about the younger generation, the millennials, the Gen Z. It's mostly Gen Z now. Millennials are in their 30s by this point, but it's Gen Z. So the girls from 18 to 28, generally they're going through what they refer to as their party phase or their hoe phase. It's really a party phase. They go out, they dance, they travel, they go to Miami, they go to Las Vegas, they have sexy pictures of not OnlyFans, I'm sorry, Instagram. They do it on Twitter and TikTok and so on and so forth. And they run through guys that are dating this guy and they're dating that guy, you know, and they are not looking for a mate. And then what happens is usually about 27, 28, 29, 30, around that age bracket is when girls decide that, oh, okay, you know, I'm getting older now. They start getting baby rabies, if you will, and I need to find somebody. And that's when the naive man comes in, because this kind of girl wants a man that is basically going to let them do their thing and also be a provider with no consequences. Okay. And we see it all the time. I mean, I see it constantly. I see, you know, when you see a couple in a car driving and she's driving, when you see, you know, the man is basically very quiet and she's leading, or she makes the decisions, the major life decisions. He can't really spend any money and she's spending a lot of money. She's counting all his money, even though he's working very hard, you know, the money goes into the checking account and she, you know, pays the bills and spends freely, but he has an allowance. I mean, these are just characteristics of a naive man, you know. The problem with the naive man is that sooner or later a woman gets sick of it. She does not want another child, but she thinks that the naive man is what she wants because he lets her do what she wants. He pedestalizes her. And a naive man doesn't come with standards because that's what he thinks he's worth. But sooner or later, she will lose respect for him. And most of the time, it is too late. They have kids. They're going through a divorce, whatnot, and she'll say things. She'll make up excuses. You weren't there when I needed you the most, whatever. All you were doing was working. Or she'll gaslight him, or she'll make up any kind of an excuse. And then she will drive him crazy. She will drive him crazy because very, very few women say, I'm unhappy and I want a divorce. They're not direct. Most women will beat around the bush, play the victim, gaslight, create nonsense in order to get out of a relationship. And most of the time, a girl has decided that she wants a divorce some time ago when this starts happening. I mean, it could be as far back as 2-3 years. And she's like, she knows she does not want to be with this person anymore. The good man is not going to want this woman. He is going to want a woman that's more traditional, that wants to be led, that wants to have children, that wants to have his children. There's a big difference between getting baby rabies and having a burning desire to have this particular person's DNA grow inside of her and have his offspring. It's two totally different things. One woman can have a cardboard cutout as long as there's sperm, and the other woman has an organic desire to procreate with this particular guy. All right. And this is what he's going to want. And for the most part, the good man will get it because he demands respect and he wants that kind of woman. And she may work, she may, have a job, but for the most part, she's going to take a traditional feminine role and he's going to take a traditional masculine role. And I'll tell you one thing, no one is ever going to be able to disrespect her. You come into my house and you need to say hello to my wife as much as you do with me. You need to be nice to her. And you could tell when there is a good man that walks into your door because it's the first thing he does. He says hello to your wife. He's very nice to her. And then he acknowledges her first. And how you doing? How's everything? Blah, blah, blah. He might, if you have children, he might bring toys or something, or he comes over and he might bring, cake or something. This is a sign of a man that was raised right and is confident, knows how to treat a woman and knows what to do when he walks into somebody else's home. Naive man doesn't. Naive man doesn't know any of these things. He was never taught any of these things. They're just pathetic lumps of crap. I'm sorry, but it is true. So do I think the good man is getting left behind? Yeah, I do. I think women don't want a man that is going to put her in a place, for lack of a better term, or rather have standards. And you could see it, because if a man has standards, he's like, well, no, I don't want you to dress like that. Well, what are you, insecure? You're jealous? No, you're a representation of me. You're my wife. You're my girl. You are a representation. You represent me. When people come in my house, my wife makes me look good. What do you want to drink? Do you want something? How you doing? How's everything? Right? She's a very good host. Naive guy's not going to get that. I mean, listen, I know guys, this is sad to say, but I know guys that come home from work and they don't get a hot meal. They're eating a bowl of cereal. And they're married. And it's not like they're married to a career woman. They're married to a woman who has a job, or is a stay-home mom. And he's just, I've seen it. I've seen a guy eat cereal for dinner. And we're not talking about a single guy who lives in his mother's basement and is broke. We're talking about a married man who works every day and he can't get a hot meal. it's unfortunate, but this is what's happening. So what's happening is these girls, they either want the rich guy or the bad boy from 18 to 28. They have this image in their head. They have these tremendous standards. And then when 30 comes around, they decide that, my God, I better have children soon. They get what's referred to as baby rabies. And they don't want a good man. They go for the naive guy. They go for the naive guy. They know what he's like. They pinpoint it. I've seen them all the time. I've seen it over and over and over again. I mean, I've seen guys drop off their wife at the gym so she can work out and look good. And then he comes and he picks her up instead of, being home with the kids, or going on her own time. He caters to her. He pedestalizes her. It's just sad to see. And they get disrespected. They really do. And I come from a family of good men. I come from a family of solid, well-balanced, responsible, confident men that don't take shit and choose women that blend with them, that choose women that are more traditional, choose women that make them look good, that help them in life, right? There's an expression that girls use, well, girls that know better, make a man's dick hard, not his life hard. So, unfortunately, guys, if you are a good man, don't change though. Don't change. Be that guy. Be your responsible self. Understand that you have to work and provide and protect your family. And always, always, always demand respect. Always pick a girl that makes you look good. Always pick a girl that's going to be your partner in life, your romantic partner in life, for lack of a better term. Don't just take the first girl that comes along. You're not going to be happy. Have standards. I don't care if the girl says you're a misogynist or you're insecure or whatever shaming tactic they use. It's okay to have standards. And take that and see how it works for you. But yes, the good man is limited and they are getting left behind. There's not too many of them left. And ladies, do yourself a favor. Don't marry the naive guy. Marry the guy that is going to produce great, responsible human beings, which would be your children. That's what we need now. All right. Remember, like, subscribe, do me a favor, share. If you like what you see, you like what you hear, subscribe and share. All right. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. We got a lot of good interviews coming up. So Sirius and Silliness is keeping on the grind. We got some great content coming up. So be there and watch, enjoy, subscribe, and like. Later, guys.